channel, and today I thought I would share with you my journey and process of getting my eyebrows embroidered. That's right. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. So this is the point where we're using an eyebrow pencil to kind of fill in and replicate exactly what I want before we get started. All right, so right now, basically we are going to put a numbing cream on my eyebrows, but this is the shape that we're gonna go for. And so you can basically take your pick from a host of different colors. So I'm gonna go with something that's a bit more chocolatey and with, I think, like a hint of green, because I don't want it too red. And yeah, so we're gonna put a numbing cream, and then after that, that's when she'll get down to actually doing the embroidery. So let's go. And this step right here is all about just creating a dotted outline so that it's easier to fill in the blanks. It's just like coloring in primary school, except I wasn't very good at it, and I wouldn't trust myself with my own eyebrows. Heaven knows what I would look like if I did this to myself. And yeah, this is where we start to apply the numbing cream. After a while, your head starts to ache a little bit, but it's perfectly normal. And yeah, I'm loving my Grandma Claus look. What do you guys think? So because you have like 25 minutes in between while you wait for the numbing cream to actually kick in, I would definitely suggest bringing a book or bringing some work, bringing something to do so that you're not just sitting here idly. And it's time to get started. So she has just wiped off the numbing cream and gone in with a blade to remove any stray hairs. And now it's time to officially begin. So she's gone ahead with the pigment, and I'm gonna speed this up for you because it gets really repetitive. But essentially, if you get skirmish, don't worry, this is all there is to it. And in fact, after a while, you kind of drift off, because if you pay really close attention, there's sort of like a little tapping sound. It's a very hypnotic hum. So after a while, I think that can kind of help you drift off to sleep if you're lucky enough. And yes, you did just spot my jaybirds. I was listening to a podcast. Definitely something I would recommend. Bring along your earphones because you will be there for a while. So if you are someone who has a lot of things to do, or you want to feel productive, then, or even if you just want to chill out and listen to some music, it's a great idea to bring along your earphones because it will take a bit of time. So this is the final product. I'm really happy with it. It will actually peel after a couple of days. And I think for the next 5 to 6 days, I can't let it touch any water. If I'm gonna exercise, I should avoid sweating, maybe turn on the AC. And yeah, basically keep the area as dry as possible. Hey everyone, and welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that little tour and that video of me at E-Image Aesthetic. And a quick shout out to E-Image Aesthetic and the team. Thank you, Christy, for doing my eyebrows. She is fantastic. She's so gentle. She answers all my questions, and she always does an excellent job. So thank you very much, Christy and E-Image. All right, now having said that, I thought first off I would address the question that I get really often from friends. What is the difference between a tattoo and embroidery? So for tattoos, if you get them done, they are permanent. So meaning that is gonna last forever. It may fade in color, but it will actually stay there forever. So the only way to really get around that is to actually do something on top of it, right? Whereas if you do embroidery, it is semi-permanent. It will last you about a year and a half, and it will slowly start to fade. Actually, it can probably even last longer. I think it depends on your skin type. I have really oily skin, and somehow that doesn't sit well for the pigment, and it tends to fade within like a year and a half. And with embroidery, of course, if you don't like it, after a couple of years, you can always just change up the entire style or shape of your eyebrow and even the color, and it's nothing long term. The other thing is that for tattoos, of course, it goes deeper into the skin. About 2 millimeters is where the pigment sits, whereas for embroidery, they only go as deep as 0.2 to 0.5 millimeters. I wanted to share my thoughts on who should get embroidery done. Now, here's the thing. If you have beautiful, thick, voluminous, bold eyebrows with perfect shapes, then don't do it. Don't do it. Go rock your eyebrows and be proud of them. I am so envious. I wish the only problem that I had was that I just need to go and thread them and maintain them, but unfortunately that's not the case. So I have the second best option, and I am so grateful for embroidery. So embroidery to me is really for people if you have thin or sparse hair growth on your eyebrow area, then I would say it's definitely for you. Or if you have really light colored hair on your eyebrow, where you basically can't see any of your hair, right? Then I would say it is for you. If you have hair like me, but it grows in the wrong direction and ends up with little gaps, then embroidery really helps to enhance it and give you a fuller look, which is what I am after. When it comes to embroidery, here are some really essential tips that you should adhere to before you do it. So number one is figure out what kind of a brow you want. So whether you want something that's more curved or more arched, or if you want something that's thinner, figure out what shape suits you. Try and experiment at home, drawing with an eyebrow pencil before you actually make your first appointment. This is going to save you a ton of time, so that by the time you're ready to get your embroidery done, you can literally go there, maybe with your eyebrows already drawn, and all the consultant will need to do is a little outline so that she can start her work. Alternatively, if you're not good at drawing eyebrows, then I would recommend that you look at pictures online of people with really nice eyebrows that you think suit you and bring it to the beauty consultant so they can try it out on you. They will actually help you draw it out on your eyebrows, and you can actually look in the mirror, take a photo, and decide what shape suits you best. But I highly recommend you go in with a already pretty concrete idea so that you can save yourself a ton of time. Now, the other really crucial part is figuring out what kind of a color you want. So in my case, I have dark hair. This is already dyed a little bit lighter, but I do have pretty dark hair, and it's not black though. It's like a dark brown. So I decided I definitely didn't want a jet black color because that would just be too harsh and too fierce on my face. So I decided to go with something a little bit more soft. So it's more of a chocolatey gray tone or gray hue to it. So again, I would suggest you ask the consultant for the palette and then take your pick and really figure out what suits your hair color and your skin tone best. The other really important factor is this: make sure you don't get lazy with your aftercare. Don't be lazy. You will be given an aftercare cream, so be sure to apply it in the morning and in the evenings. Number two, make sure you also avoid any kind of moisture or water contact with your eyebrow. It is hard, it will get a little bit damp, and if it does, then just dab it with a towel really gently. So that means if you're gonna exercise, do it in air conditioning. This is when you wash your face. Of course, you're gonna cleanse your face. Then use your cleanser like normal, but they will give you a sponge, and then you just need to kind of wipe around it. So you dip it in water and then wipe it off around it. It's gonna be really weird for a few days to not properly wash your face and your eyebrows, but just bear with it for the best results. And finally, remember, do not pick it, because by day 4 or 5, it will start to peel. And when it does, oh my goodness, it is so tempting to just rip off the dead skin. Don't do that. Don't do it. No, don't. Be patient. Be patient with it, and instead just let it shed off naturally. Of course, if it's already dead and just kind of hanging around on your eyebrow, then just like gently brush it off. And finally, last but not least, go to your follow-up appointment. So within the next 3 months, they will actually ask you to come back for a touch-up. So this will give you the result that you are after. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please feel free to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, feel free to shoot them inside the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.